Okay, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Fitbit Force. I've been using this device for a few weeks now, and I just kind of want to give you a rundown of some of the features and what I've thought about it so far. Fitbit Force is the next generation of the Fitbit products. It is probably where the Flex should have been, um, but for some reason the Flex did away with an actual display, so you can see your steps and that kind of stuff. The Force took care of that. Force also has an altimeter in it that counts your steps. It's a little bit wider than the Flex is. Here's the Flex here, so you can compare the width of the bands. So if you want something smaller, maybe the Flex, but the Force, I haven't had any problems with it. I can, it's doesn't feel anything on my wrist, and I really don't wear wristwatches or anything like that, and I haven't had any problems with wearing it. The Force has a band that a lot of people have issues getting on and off. I haven't really had that much of an issue with it, as long as I get it kind of in the right position and put my finger underneath and then snap it close. Listen to the 2 clicks, then it doesn't have a problem. Also, one thing that I would recommend is looking at the clasp itself and see that it's in all the way. There's 2 separate notches, one for the band that the clasp fits on, and then one for the band that you actually clasp on. So make sure it's clicked all the way in there, that it's in all the way. It should be flat against the band. If the clasp is sticking up beyond the band, then it's not clicked in the band good. So just get it clicked in the band good, and then it shouldn't have any problems getting it in. And like I said, listen to it for a couple clicks, and then it will be secure. The Force has a display that will show you your time, your steps that you've taken. It will show you the distance you've traveled, show you how many calories that you've burned based upon how many steps you've taken. And then it will show you the floors that you've walked up. It won't include the floors that have gone down. It'll show you how many active minutes that you've had, when your next alarm will go off, and that's it. Also, when you put it in sleep mode, by pushing and holding the button, then it starts the timer. This sleep mode also is what you would use to log your activities with as well. And then once you've got you've reset the timer, then you go into the application, either on your phone or online, and you make that activity. The one thing that I found I don't like about the Force is when you do put it in sleep mode or activity mode and you click on it, usually the first thing that you see is your time. But with activity mode, the first thing that you see is the time that you have been in that mode. When it's in the middle of the night or whatever and you want to look at the time, you have to click the button twice and to see your time. I wish that the activity timer was after the clock, just because I have woken up in the middle of the night to see what time it was and saw the activity timer and it being at 7 or 8 hours or so, thinking that okay, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I can still sleep some, when it was actually closer to 10 o'clock when it was time for me to wake up. I work nights, so 10 o'clock is usually what time I wake up. So, but anyway, when it's in activity mode, it will go through and show you how many steps and that kind of stuff that you have done while in the activity mode. And to get out of it, you push and hold again, and then it will show you how long you've been in activity mode, and then that's it. When the clock or when the thing disappears, when you click on it again, then you've got the clock as the first thing. So that's just a little heads up. If you have it in sleep/activity mode and you wake up in the middle of the night to see what time it is, just you got to click it twice. And the app itself doesn't have a way of rearranging that, so that's just one little thing. With the Force, it's made of the same material as the Flex is. It's a soft silicone bracelet with a plastic face here that shows you the display. With the Flex, it was very easy to scratch, and I'm sure the Force is the same way. So just be careful with wearing it that you don't rub against any walls or anything else like that. Otherwise, you'll scratch it. The Force, this band is not user replaceable. So once it's scratched up, and you'd have to exchange it for a warranty if Fitbit will exchange it for you simply because it's all scratched up. The Force is not waterproof. They say it's water resistant, but I don't trust water resistance. It has an altimeter which needs to read the pressure, and that's how it knows when you're going upstairs. I would definitely take it off when you take a shower. Be careful when you wash your hands. Take it off when you're washing dishes. If you want to go into the app and log activities that are water activities, we've got it off. Go ahead and do that. I always log washing dishes and that kind of stuff, just because when it's just sitting there, it's sedentary, and you're moving around when you're washing dishes, so you're actually burning more calories. So it kind of gives you a more accurate feel of either between 19 calories an hour and 31 calories an hour washing dishes. So you're burning a lot more calories. But so far I like it. I've been using it for a couple weeks. When you do first get it, make sure that you burn all the data off of it, because when you do the first syncing of the Force to your device or to your account, all of the movement and jockeying around when it's in transport will count as steps and count as floors walked up, and so that will mess up your data, and Fitbit doesn't have a way of removing the data per device. So if you're upgrading from the Flex to the Force, or from any other device to the Force, it's going to ruin all of that data of those days of it traveling around. And so just make sure that you reset the device so that that bad data doesn't transfer over. Like I said, I do like the Force. The display is easy to read. It does use Bluetooth Low Energy, so if your cell phone or tablet supports Bluetooth Low Energy, then you can see that information on your phone in real time, and so that makes it pretty cool as well. But so far I like it, and I would recommend it if you have a budget of about $130 or so. They might be kind of hard to find as of right now, November 30th, because they're a fairly new product, so it may take you some searching around at the online and at the big box stores. But hopefully with the holidays coming up, Fitbit will have a lot more out there for you to purchase. But that's my review of it, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like it. Thank you. Bye.